good day to you all, a good midday to you all. It's a few minutes to noon. How the devil are you? How the noon are you today? Some of you joined me earlier on the 8 a.m. Others may have caught up. This might be your first, this might be your one of many noontime movement snacks that you've done already. Have a look at the moves though. See what you fancy. Seated, standing, support, possibly without support. And see which one might be the best for you today. And then have a go. Do as many as you like, do as few as you like. And even do another round of them later. That's how we add our movement minutes, just with the little and often approach. And I know sometimes you might look at a list of, I'm going to call it an exercise program. You might look at a list of stuff that you've got to do. And it might think, well, that'll take me about half hour or 40 minutes or something like that. And already it's bumped off the list. But what we find is if we pick a bit and do a bit here, maybe we find ourselves in another room of the house and you pick a bit and do another something there. Before you know it, you've got an accumulation of movement minutes. And you haven't particularly taken a large amount of time out of your busy day to do it. It's just done alongside something. You might wash the pots and you might do a few press-ups against the work surface. You might go up the stairs and decide to do a bit of a calf stretch off the edge of the step, like I've been showing as an option in the 4 PMs from last week. Or you might get to the banister on the staircase and think, oh, I'll just do a travelling balance movement across here. Maybe some tiptoe walks or some tandem walks. Maybe when you clean your teeth in the morning, you could do a one-leg stand or some heel raises near the sink or near the bathroom radiator or something like that. Snip it here, snip it there, snip it there. Add all those minutes together and we're getting some significant movement minutes into your day. It is freezing here. I don't think it's much above zero. I have been outside to manoeuvre some old bikes that we've got in the garden to put them onto the front. There's somebody that I saw put a message on Facebook a couple of days ago saying about they're doing up bikes for high school children who often have to get 2 buses to school and 2 buses back as a way to save them a bit of money, and maybe the families may not be all to spare cash to buy a bike, so they're doing up the bikes and they're donating it to the children. So I'm really glad to be able to clear some stuff out my garden and it goes to a good cause. I'd much rather that than them end up in the tip as well. Snowing in Cruden Bay. Maddie's here. Cold and sunny weather is quite pleasant now. You might be one of the lucky ones, Maddie. But yeah, going outside and just doing that small job, 20 minutes outside, fingertips, frozen to the bone. So the loft clear out's underway and I've got a trip to make out to the local charity shop after we've done this 12 noon. But we have to get it done first, don't we? So let's go. 3, 2, 1. Afternoon and welcome. 12 noon it is. Let's go. It's the 15th, Monday the 15th of January 2024. And you should know who I am by now. Vivian's been cleaning some windows. Right, come on. So I've got my shoes on ready to go out. I might grab a shower at the gym as well. Although I have been to the gym this morning, I might bypass the gym on my travels around and just nip in for a shower. Anyway, stand tall, seems we haven't got one yet, and pedal the legs. Picking up the heels, Getting some real good movement through the ankles, feet and toes there. Knees are moving, hips are shifting, and you can bring in an arm swing and progress on to a leg march whenever you're ready. Here from seated, if you do find yourself all the way back in your chair, sit tall. Let's activate those postural muscles. That will keep you more steady and stable and make it easy to manoeuvre in your hip walks. Get the muscles doing their right jobs in supporting your posture, supporting your skeletal system. We're picking up the knees now, not stamping the feet, but lightly landing the feet down. Again, building in upper body, so we've got more body parts, more limbs on the go, all joining up together. Just find your own rhythmical pace here. Something that feels comfortable for you, not too fast and choppy, not too slow and snail paced. Something that's got a bit of rhythm to it, really. Swinging at the shoulders, nothing at the elbows, to get really moving around the shoulder structure, the upper back as well. Again, if we're holding our core, our posture, our centre bits in a more strong way, then this action can feel a bit different. It feels less low tone, stompy, and more kind of high tone, and we really look like we mean it. Okay, you're warming up, your muscles are getting warm, your joints are getting warm, your breathing may feel a little deeper, just that. Right, what shall we do? Let's have a look at this move. Now, I saw this whilst I was on the cross trainer thingy this morning. I thought I might give it a try. Now, if you're in seated, you might need to manoeuvre your chair slightly so that you're able to find a bit of wall. And the same in standing. Now, nudge up to the wall and get your shoulders to the wall there as well. Now, you might want to just put one foot slightly in front of the other. So the leg that's furthest away from the wall, for you lot that are standing up, is the leg that's forwards. And that's going to stay pointing forwards, the knee is, so not opening out the knee. Have your arm straight and put the other arm to it. And just open. Just open yourself out there. And then track back. So my shoulder, my hip is resting against the wall. The arm, the hand is lower than the shoulder level, so we're not hunching, it's staying down and pressed. And as well, this is a trunk turning action, but we don't want to kind of end up twisting and opening out the hip. So that one foot in front of the other, knees soft, that knee stays pointing forwards, the foot stays pointing forwards, and you've got perhaps about a hip distance, shoulder distance placement of your feet, not too narrow, else you'll feel wobbly and the wall that's on this side might tilt you over. For seated, we could do the same if you're able to nudge yourself up. You might not quite get your hip up against the wall, but you'll be able to get your shoulder against something. And then opening out, I've not quite got so much room behind me here, opening out the body and coming back. If you want one foot in front of the other, then go for it. But from my first attempt to that attempt, it actually doesn't feel any different. So opening the chest, you might feel a little pull and a stretch sensation in the chest area as you open all the way out there. You might feel a little bit of effort for your shoulder in holding the arm, the weight of the arm out there. That's why we want the arm, well, the hand not to be too high up. So we're opening the spine, twisting around. And let's see how far round you can actually get. Can you open up your body to get, I'm running out of room with both my arms out straight, to get the arms, the travelling arm against the wall that's behind you, or at least towards it. Move steadily, move smoothly into that. I'm just going to do a couple more with you. Change sides by all means. Maybe do 4 or 5, 6 or 8, 10. It doesn't matter how many. Can you open up towards getting this arm around to the back wall? Chances are you might be a bit far out. It doesn't matter. That's no measure of success or no success. It's just a measure of how far around you're able to twist your body and move just your upper body. You might feel a bit of a squeeze in the back of the shoulders. You might feel a stretch in the chest. You might feel a bit of work around your midriff as well into that movement. Don't force it, just find your limit with it. If that feels enough, don't try and push it much further, unless it can go without it tweaking into feeling really uncomfortable or painful. So we've got some twisting, some opening movements and motions there, all with keeping the hips and the lower body behaving themselves still and not changing their positions throughout. Give your shoulders maybe a little roll and reset. Now, coming into seated then, if we can all come into seated, if you're not there already, crowbar yourself in, a slow lowering. Maybe if you want to, you can put a little hold and a hover in there before controlling it all the way down. And maybe if you're just waiting for us to come down into seated, maybe 1 or 2 jockey boosts for those of you who were in seated in the first place. Right, so here we are, tucking the feet back. So we can tuck the feet back and push the heels into the floor. Just push the heels in. You'll feel them kind of sponge down and squeeze and then sponge up. Sponge down and squeeze and sponge up. It's not a massive movement, as you can see. You might even hardly see that I'm doing that. What you might feel is a little pull around the back of your heel. You might feel yourself just grow an inch or so in your seat, and you'll feel your thighs firing up as well, just through that real tiny movement. So do that, and then relax, and then pick up the foot, heel toe down, lift tall, walk your hands down towards your ankle, feet or toes, and then walk the way back up and then step back. So that's a heel press once or twice, changing legs, a big pickup. You might want to hold on to the side of your seat at this point. A heel roll down to the flat foot, a lift, and a walking, travelling hand padding down towards your ankles, your calf, your ankles, feet or toes. Coming back up, re-erecting posture, stepping back. Have a go a couple more times around with that. So a couple of heel spongy press downs, a knee pickup, not toes, heel toe foot placement, sit tall, walk your way down, see how far you can go. Can you get that bit further down? Smoothly walking back up, using your hands just to support the weight of your top half, and back in. And then from the top again, a couple of spongy heel pushes, a lift, exaggerate that heel toe, exaggerate that sit tall, down we go, find your way down, find your way back up, padding and walking the hands back up, and then back to base. Right, take a pause there. Okay, right, we're going to do one more thing. I think we'll revisit a bit of lower back strengthening. So this is a back extension. We do this in the 8 AM as a mobility move, and we don't use a band or a tea towel, but we are now. So grab your band, grab your tea towel. If you are using a band, thumbs up like you've got 2 mugs of coffee that you're carrying. Skipping rope style loop, and then step your feet onto it. Could adjust the resistance a bit, but do that without wrapping it around your hands, especially with the band. It will tighten up, it will tug on your skin, and it might be uncomfortable for your knuckles. So you've got thumbs up here. Sit tall. Just brace the belly. As you go into your back extension, your arms are straight. There's an extra pull of the band, and your hands are just raising above your knee level. Okay, and then relax, reset. Up into good posture. Feel a bit of tension on the band, if you're using one, that is. Tea towel one's coming next. Sit tall, pull, take it into a bit of an arch through your back. Try and keep breathing throughout. Now, lower back strengthening is really important. A high percentage of people report some kinds of niggles, weaknesses, injuries, etc. with the lower back in particular. So to keep it mobile from the 8 AM moves, make sure that you've got good movement quality and capacity, and it makes our lower back arch can improve or loosen. And here we strengthen the muscles around. So hands on the knees, overhand grip, pull outwards, slot your shoulders downwards, pull the belly inwards. There's a lot of woods here. And then take yourself up and back. Relax, have a switch off. So as you pull, there'll be a small movement around the shoulders, and you're kind of setting your scapula. Lift tall, put a little bit of belly tension in, and then go into your back extension, and the arms are straight, exactly like they are with the band version. The setup of each movement is crucial to success. So take a moment in good posture, tension on, shoulders set, belly button pulled in slightly, not too hard that it stops you from breathing, and then up and away you go. Can we feel that in and around the lower part of your back? I'm going to do one more. Now it is kind of an automatic thing that your body just tells you, hold your breath. It just holds the breath. But keep that breathing going best you can. And that can help prevent any dizziness from breath holding as well. Right. And that'll do you. There's your 3 moves for your 12 noon. All right, everyone, job done. Afternoon, Jill and Malcolm are in. And Vivian and Paul, there you go. All right, everyone, lovely to have you. Thanks for joining me on this very cold and frosty day. Bex will be with you for 4 p.m. and I'll be back with you tomorrow, everyone. Cheers for now.